Hello folks, today is Friday, January 20th, 2023. As usual, it's me, Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. Happy Friday. We got a bunch to dive into. Specifically, let's start off with Sony and Microsoft stuff. Sony specifically has caught headlines because it seems like they're finally starting to leave the PlayStation 4 behind. This is coming from a lot of people taking that out of what Sony just put out, like a big PlayStation hype teaser, kind of showcasing the lineup for PlayStation Sony games in 2023 specifically. And it's worth pointing out with this flashy trailer and looking at the actual list lineup, there are 23 games, which is good, pretty exciting, some substantial stuff. But specifically, only 8 of them are also going to be coming to PlayStation 4. The rest are all PlayStation 5. So it seems like finally that generational shift is starting to happen. As you know, most of their big first-party games like God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West have also come to PlayStation 4. And it seems like in 2023, specifically with those exclusives, it ain't happening. So for people who still haven't gotten their hands on a PlayStation 5 for either economic or availability reasons, that's not great to hear. But for people who do have PlayStation 5s and want that thing to chug forward and really embrace the power, I guess those people are going to be pretty happy that they're getting PlayStation 5 only games now. That hopefully, in theory, will take advantage of the hardware completely. But who knows? That comes down to a developer-by-developer basis, so we'll just have to wait and see. Along with that, we now have the more finalized launch window, launch lineup for PlayStation VR 2, and it's pretty substantial. They did a really good job getting a good lineup of things. So as someone who personally pre-ordered the PlayStation VR 2, I'm looking forward to dabbling and tinkering in a lot of these things. That full list and all the news stories I talk about this week, of course, are going to be linked in the description down below. On the other end of things, jumping to Microsoft and Xbox news, it seems like, unfortunately, Microsoft has officially announced plans to lay off 10,000 of its employees. That is, of course, Microsoft proper, but according to Bloomberg, that's also rolling over to some layoffs under Xbox, specifically Xbox, and then the studios within, from Bethesda as well. And according to the Bloomberg article, it's worth pointing out that 343 also was hit hard, the people behind Halo Infinite. First and foremost, it sucks to lose a job, and I know some people who actually work in the industry sometimes watch this show, so if you ended up being one of those people, we're all thinking of you. Hopefully you find yourself back on your feet quick. The gaming industry knows how to rally around issues like this. So if you are affected, hopefully something good comes your way. Along with that, it's worth pointing out the other headline with this whole story is specific criticism around Microsoft and Xbox leadership. A former senior multiplayer designer on Halo Infinite, who now works at Respawn, said in a tweet, "The layoffs at 343 shouldn't have happened and Halo Infinite should be in a better state. The reason for both of those things is incompetent leadership up top during Halo Infinite development, causing massive stress on those working hard to make Halo the best it can be." I don't usually like pointing out the he said, she said on Twitter. Everybody likes to just talk shit on Twitter, but this does kind of feed into things people have been questioning for a while now with Halo, with the roadmap, with everything, with how it launched, just what's going on over there. We don't know for sure, but hopefully we can hear something directly from Microsoft and Xbox soon. Obviously, I'd like to know what you guys think about this story, but specifically, I want to know what you think about Halo Infinite. If you stuck with it, are you happy with what they've done with it? Just where are you at? Because I was someone who played it for like a month and then dropped off. Next up, let your tired boy talk about some more Metal Gear Solid remake rumors. So the newest stuff floating around is specifically a leaker suggesting that there is a Metal Gear Solid remake coming. Not really too much to that other than that that's a good educated guess because we've heard that rumor floating around for a while now. It seems like it's honestly kind of likely, even with what I've heard. But secondly, the fact that Quentin Flynn, the voice actor for Raiden, or as I like to call him, Raiden, he tweeted something kind of cryptic. When someone asked him specifically about something new coming or a Metal Gear Rising 2, he did respond to a fan saying, and I quote, "Stay tuned for things to be announced in the coming weeks," with a little winking emoji. Dude, what? This is interesting because I feel like sometimes voice actors just pop off and say things, and it could end up just being some dinky little boring project, or, no offense, or a cool fan project, or something. It could be anything. But maybe it is Metal Gear Rising 2? I have no idea. We know, of course, Konami is ramping up things. They have been looking into putting out their properties again. Silent Hill is a whole big thing. They give Silent Hill projects to multiple studios that are working on them now. And then there's a ton of Metal Gear rumors that have been floating around, even with a Konami head saying just another week or so ago that they were bringing back more legacy franchises in 2023. I feel like it's sooner rather than later that we're going to hear something about Metal Gear. It is an inevitability. And I am terrified as someone who has put his entire, who has basically staked my entire identity on Metal Gear Solid.
At this point, yeah.
I don't know. I'm so nervous. Existential crisis aside, that's where that news is at. Like I said, it's all linked down below. But one other thing I did want to talk about. Last week, we talked about Ubisoft troubles, big issues with the CEO saying, hey, man, trouble's ahead. We're canceling games. I think now it's a total of 7 games that have been canceled, both known games and unannounced games. But the one thing that was kind of up in the air was Beyond Good and Evil 2. What's going on with that? That's another project that seems like it's been in development limbo forever. Well, Ubisoft is doubling down saying we're still getting it. They gave an exclusive statement to PC Games and saying Beyond Good and Evil 2's development is underway and the team is hard at work to deliver on its ambitious promise. That is all well and good and great, but that is a PR statement and I mean, of course they're going to say they're still working on it. What do you think somebody from Ubisoft is going to respond and be like, oh, yeah, man, I don't know, it's not looking good. No, of course they're going to want to make everything sound great. Email like, hey guys, are you still working on Beyond Good and Evil 2? I don't know, man. Seems like we're going to cancel it. Wow. Do you ever think we're going to see Beyond Good and Evil 2? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hey, next up, big thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring our videos. NordVPN is straight up the #1 first thing we install on all of our machines here and at home for online security. With scams, phishing, malware attacks, DDoS attacks, and new tricks all the time, it pays to be safe online. You're probably online just as much as me, so protect yourself. With NordVPN, all of your internet data stays safe behind a wall of next-gen encryption, and we just love that they protect your data. Important for me, they have a strict no logs policy. So your private data isn't collected or shared or sold. So maybe you have a tendency to fall for fake emails or click on bad links, phishing scams. Well, thankfully, NordVPN has threat protection that you can switch on whether you're connected or not to have it keep watch over bad downloads, links, and trackers. The stuff you want to avoid. That and all of NordVPN's features are super easy to use and set up on all of your devices. It's basically like one click and you're good to go. From protecting yourself to using servers across 59 different countries to get access to more content everywhere, using NordVPN rules. So if you still haven't gotten a VPN, right now you can get a 2-year plan at a huge discount plus an additional month free when you head to nordvpn.com/gameranx. It's risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. So head to nordvpn.com/gameranx or click the link in the description down below to check it out. And big thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring our videos. Next up, we got some cool things just linked in the description down below, little trailers and stuff like that. The first is for some Power Wash Simulator DLC. Now, Power Wash Sim is actually a good game. It's very relaxing, it's fun to play, to blast water at stuff, to clean it, and pretty soon, right around the corner, we're getting free Tomb Raider DLC for it. That's something I never would have expected, but I believe this game was technically published by Square Enix, so there you go. This is straight up Croft Manor. It's dirty and you gotta power wash it. Why did Lara Croft let her mansion get so dirty? I don't know. I'd like to find out. Also, where's that creepy butler? I wanna hose that guy down. This is gonna be like the weirdest Friday show ever.
Yeah, this is already a lot.
It started off really dry and boring. It's like halfway through it ramped up. So if you only watch for the first story, whoo boy. Yeah. Also, it's worth noting that Persona 3 and 4 are now out and available on multiple platforms. So I would just like to say congratulations to the world. Marvel Midnight Suns dropped a big trailer showing off its Deadpool DLC as part of this whole season pass thing, and it's Nolan North as Deadpool, which I always thought was pretty good. He was really good in that Deadpool game, and once again here, it's just a bunch of Deadpool craziness. You know that Deadpool, he's so wacky. Oh, and also, gotta show this off. We've been following this project for a long time. The Elder Scrolls Skyoblivion. This is a group of dedicated developers. It's a fan project where they're rebuilding Oblivion from the ground up in the Skyrim engine. And this new trailer, it looks incredible. It looks so awesome. I am so excited for this. I also just really, really like Oblivion. I still think Morrowind's my favorite, but Oblivion has such a special place in my heart, so that they seem like they're really killing it with this. And this trailer is huge, and it's like an announcement of the release year. And the year at the end of the trailer is 2025, which you might think, what? When you see that, how crazy of them to show something off with a release window year that far off. But they were pretty upfront saying, hey, we're doing like a AAA game development thing here with a small team. It's going to take double the time. And they said specifically that with the state that it's already in, which in the trailer, it does look impressive. They've been working on this for a long time. They're really confident about that 2025. So I kind of like that, like, under-promising, over-delivering thing. Like, you know, you under-promise so then you can over-deliver. If that's what they're going for, I think smart move. Regardless, I'm willing to wait because this seems sweet. I also noticed a lot of the major outlets like IGN published a trailer. Like, that's awesome. Like, more attention on projects like these, I think, is good. Oh no, in other news, I just wanted to point out, I thought this was interesting. Battlefield 2042. Yes, EA and DICE have still been chugging along, working on it, trying to improve it for players. We, infamously were not a fan of it when it dropped. I was pretty hard on it in the before you buy video for all those people that say I like every video game. Sorry, I had to throw a little shade there. One of the bigger complaints of the game was like it had kind of like a character operator system where you chose a group of chose one of a few specific specialized characters, and people were not jiving with that. And it seems like EA is now going back to the drawing board and bringing more of a traditional Battlefield class system, which is pretty interesting. I want to try and find time to jump back in and check it out because money was already spent on the game, but that means I have to re-download it, and I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I do love a good comeback story, but that's where that's at. Now, in other news, we got a big old spicy leak. It leaked on like 4chan or something, which you don't always immediately believe, but it was confirmed by Video Games Chronicle, and they're pretty damn legit. This is a leaked screenshot of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the new Rocksteady game, and this screen is just straight up games as a service ass game if I've ever seen one. Now, I feel like we kind of knew that it was going to have some elements like that, but like it's like we didn't want to believe it or something, but here it is. Character select screen, mission, like co-op lobby style stuff, a season pass on top, and also a bunch of different currencies. Now, according to reports, sources are saying that those currencies aren't just like games as a service free-to-play style currencies. They're actually individual currencies for leveling up those specific characters. So to be fair, give credit where credit's given. If that's the case, that's fine. That's less annoying. But I think a lot of people for like a Rocksteady game didn't expect to just see the most Call of Duty lobby-ass video game screenshot for a game about Captain Boomerang fighting the Flash. I don't know. We still haven't seen a lot about the game, and this is a leak, and I'm willing to like wait and see what's going on, but this is at least a little indicator maybe of what to expect. Hopefully it's better than the Gotham Knights situation, which turned out to like not be a games as a service type game, but felt like it was at one point, and then it was gutted. I don't know what's going on with Warner Brothers with this stuff, but that's where that's at. I finally got to talk about Captain Boomerang in a gameranx video. Yes! Also, officially as a follow-up after the announcement, now as of like 2 days ago, Stadia is officially done. It's shut down. Google Stadia has come and went. Another chapter in the history book of gaming of the many failed attempts to break into video games with either hardware or an ambitious idea or technology. Google Stadia is on the pile. The refunds have hit. I don't know if you guys saw, but I got some money back, which was nice if you bought in the Google Stadia like I did. But shout out to the people that did actually use the platform and like it. I did meet and learn about a lot of people who did. But the one thing we were hoping for, and Google has now done it, that you were able to unlock the controller to just use as a traditional Bluetooth controller for whatever. Because it's actually a fairly decent quality controller, and I know some people really like it, so at least you get a controller out of the deal. I'll link that in the description down below. But that's where we're at with gaming news this week, guys. I definitely want to know what you think about everything going on. From PlayStation's lineup finally leaning more towards just PlayStation 5, to what's going on with Xbox and Microsoft and Halo Infinite. If you're still playing Halo Infinite, how do you feel? If you're still playing Call of Duty, Battlefield? If you're still playing Battlefield 2042, let me know what you think about that and the changes that DICE may implement. Let's talk about all that stuff down in the comments, and keep your eyes peeled for next Friday. We might have something pretty interesting on this show. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. If not, then disregard this. I was a liar. But let me know what you think about everything going on this week. And if you want to yell at me directly, because the comments get a little crazy, you can find me on Instagram at Jake Baldino and my other YouTube channel, Jake Baldino. But that's it. Thank you guys for coming here. We are here every Friday, without fail, for you. Clicking the like button is all you got to do for us. Thank you. But have a good weekend. Be safe. I'm Jake Baldino. Pizza's on me.